So I'm going to jump ahead, and I'm going to read a little piece. The book is actually told in 3 points of view. So you have Kira, and you have Adam, and you have Polly. And so the next thing I want to do is jump ahead. That was Kira. I want to jump ahead to Adam's, I believe, first section in the book. So, and you'll hear a very different person's take on this, perhaps. There's all this stuff to negotiate around. Let's see. We'll do this. Okay. Adam. So this is, what's been happening is Kira has now invited Amber and Joey in, and they've spent the afternoon basically parked there. And Kira is trying to reach her husband, Adam, and can't reach him. He's at work, he's not answering his cell phone. Hours have gone by, and she's very frustrated. And finally, he does come home. They have a brief confrontation in the foyer, and she says, you need to go in there and essentially meet her. You need to deal with this. This is your problem. Adam. It was impossible if you weren't so tired. Part of the issue, Adam thought, looking through the open kitchen door into the living room where Amber sat in profile, is that she was just so fat, which implied a whole different mindset. His own child couldn't be fat. In their household, where they got a box of organic groceries every week from their local CSA, popped omega-3 capsules and vitamin C, fucking yuppie that he was. Last year, he'd realized, in an epiphany of self-disgust, what a stereotype had become. Typical middle-class Bay Area family man with green politics, down to the Prius hybrid in the driveway of their 1917 Craftsman with potential. Kira's sob, bought flat out at least, with a small inheritance after her dad's death, shouting money, money, money. They'd fought about that, but it was her car. She could drive whatever the fuck she felt comfortable with. Better than an SUV anyway. They'd even investigated solar for the house. They'd gotten an estimate, $30K, even with the rebates. Sticker shocked out of that one. Yeah, in about 15 years it saved you money. Why was he thinking about solar power? Amber's voice sounded like Sandy's. She was still on the phone. He couldn't quite make out her words, just her emotion, self-righteousness, fatigue, and then, just as he finally keyed his ears to hear what she was saying, she said loudly, "Steve, you're a fucking asshole," and put down the phone hard. If he could just nap first, take off his clothes, slide into the sheets, lay his head down onto the pillow. Finish the dream he'd started 5 minutes before the alarm went off. Bob Dylan singing First Man's Anthem in his nasally voice. Pipe up, bong down, drive that fucker out of town. A dream of cool water and wind, the sea, and at this point, he'd been standing in the doorway too long, looking at what he now realized was the blanketed head of a small child facing away from him. Grandson. The word was impossible. That's the beginning of Adam. Sometimes people ask me, because I wrote this book in 3 voices, a woman, middle-aged woman, a middle-aged man, and a 13-year-old girl, how I managed to capture his voice. I mean, he's very different from me. And actually, he was the easiest character in this book to write. For some reason, I just channel Adam. With all his kind of casual obscenity and self-disgust and whatever it is, I don't know. Every time I would sit down to work on this book and work on Adam's sections, it just flowed. So I don't know what that is, whether it's because I've spent a long time observing men, or whether inside me I really am Adam. I don't know, but this particular character was really the one even though a lot of people don't like him, he's the one I feel closest to.